Hi, everybody. My name is Kateryna Kovalevska. I'm a head of Association HR Pro, and I'm very glad to welcome you all today. Thank you for being with us. Today, we have a very important and definitely relevant topic for discussion, taking into account the constantly growing staff mobility all over the world. And definitely, we very highly professional speakers who are ready to share their knowledge and experience. Many thanks for both Natalia Gorbenko and Natalia Selinger for readiness and willingness to share your time and experience with us. Thank you. As a head of professional HR community, I will start with short introduction of association activities, and after that, I will give the floor to our speakers. I will be very glad to see your reactions and comments in our chat. Leave your questions in it, and in the final part of our meeting, we will definitely try to answer all of them. Since our audience today is very international and I'm limited in time, I will focus on the activities of HR Pro in partnership with SHRM. So a couple of words about SHRM. Please, next slide. Yeah, the Society of Human Resource Management has been around since 1948. This year, they celebrate 75 years anniversary. 173 countries, in 173 countries, you can find the SHRM representatives' offices, and more than 300,000 people are community members. It's huge numbers, as you can see. More than 120,000 SHRM certified HR professionals around the world. We are in partnership with SHRM already 8 years and helping our students to prepare primarily for a SHRM certification exam. And I will share with you some more products SHRM represents. So we are representing SHRM in Ukraine, Poland, Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, and Republic of Belarus. During 8 years, we were collected the delegation to SHRM annual conference, and I will tell you a little bit more about conference which takes part this year in Las Vegas in June. Despite all the things which happen and continue to happen in our country, we continue to help and prepare students for this exam, and evaluating and elevating HR professionals around the world. So, as you can see, this sign is recognizable in professional community around the world and confirm the level of qualification of its owner. SHRM represents 2 levels of certification: SHRM certified professional and senior certified professional. And what is important as well, that this certification is evaluated not only the level of knowledge, but the ability to use knowledge, competencies. So it's competency-based certification. Second product, it's a new one for SHRM, but I really love it a lot. It's a SHRM People Management Qualification. And this is what HR can use to help their management team to grow, to become more acquainted with HR questions, and to be more efficient with their teams. It really looks like the 3 seasons, 30 episodes, very trendy experience you get during the process of preparation for this certification. So please pay attention to this product, find out more information about this and try it. It's really worth your attention. Next one. About conference, I promise you that I will share a little bit more information. It's going to be an amazing event, 75 years anniversary, and I think it's, first of all, I can say that any kind of SHRM annual conference, every year we visited it, it was something. And as I can say that any HR professional in the world should at least once attend this event. It's 4 days full of networking, inspiration, and knowledge. More than 200 sessions. So for sure you will find something really important for yourself, and 11 content tracks. And as you can see, it's going to be in Vegas. Because Vegas can allow to so many attendees. It's not only the conference, it's a huge exhibition as well, where you can find any kind of products you need to be effective and efficient in your everyday working activities. Next one. It's going to be in Vegas, so it's going to be fun as well. So they every year represent some star, and you can attend the concert. This year it will be the Janet Jackson's concert. So some pluses, not just knowledge, but entertainment, as I said, serious inspiration. And here you can see the numbers for HR Pro delegation. We already have more than 12 attendees already confirmed, and it's attendees all over the Europe, from Luxembourg, Hungary, Romania, Ukraine, Latvia. So please join us. It's really worth it. It's really amazing experience. Next one. What I should and what to say, it's a big thanks to our event partner. It's just because their help and their desire to help us to create such important webinars. PeopleForce is an all-in-one HR platform for manager entire employee experience, and I can just invite you, go to their site, see the products, and fall in love with this as many of their clients. So, as I promised, just 10 minutes, so it looks like I was on time. Join us on social media, find us in LinkedIn, Facebook, and so be a part of professional association, professional clubs, because it really helps to evaluate and elevate your career, believe me. So, Natalia, it's your time. The floor is yours. As I already said today, I counted how many years we knew each other, and it's 10 years. And every year during these 10 years, we created something amazing, not just for us as a person to know each other, but for HR community. And I would like to say many, many thanks. Again, Natalia, for your time, and Natalia Gorbenko, that you agreed to be today and to share this really important case, because we know how it's, especially for Ukrainians, how it's important to that question for us right now. So please.
Thank you so much, Kateryna. We really have known each other for 10 years, and every year we create something amazing, and that's thanks to your energy, to your professionalism, and to your support. And again, we're always eager to share, and we do that globally. So I represent the company which operates in more than 30 countries. So we are big. We have 17,000 people behind us. And we have amazing HR team. So today, I'm really happy that Natalia Selinger, who is Managing Director and HR Director for Luxoft Poland, is here with me. And we have a small deck for you, a small, I mean, not very small, but not super big. And that's something which Polish team initially created. And finally, when the product was so good that other countries started asking if they can have the same, we, of course, allowed that to go global. And that's the story of today. So, Natalia, a couple of words to you, just to say hello, maybe, before we start.
Thank you, Natalia. I was starting sharing the presentation. Thank you very much, Natalia. Thank you very much, Kateryna, for the invitation to this webinar. I do hope that it will be something interesting for you, something inspiring. So, without further ado, I would like to give my voice to Natalia. As you mentioned, you would like to introduce our company.
Yeah, thank you so much. Well, I've been with Luxoft for 6 years, and this company is an amazing place to be for a professional, for any professional, in our case, for an HR professional, because every year we keep growing. So as of now, we are more than 17,000 people globally, and we have really great clients with us. So more than 400 big and quite famous clients, and 74 of them belong to Fortune 500 list of companies. They allow us to generate almost $1.5 billion with B dollars revenue every year, and we are quite ambitious to target $2 billion there. And at the moment, we have legal entities in 29 countries, but we have partners, PEOs, so professional employment organizations, where we work with them. That's why we always say we are present in more than 30 countries. At the moment, again, every month that changes, it keeps growing. So 34, 35, 36, at some point it will be 40. And as HR professionals, you may understand that it requires a tremendous effort from the whole company, but HR team is in the pioneering group of opening new locations and making that happen. And that's been happening for more than 20 years already. Again, we are not a very young company yet. We believe our spirits and our energy is that of entrepreneurial startup version of that. Our people, when they join our organization, prefer to stay long. And why? What are the reasons for them to stay? Actually, the opportunities. They can change roles, they can change clients, they can change projects, they can change countries. And that's where our project, One Team, really helps them to have very smooth and nice experience while moving abroad. Because I may say, my personal experience, due to the war in Ukraine, I never planned to, but I had to relocate. And that's quite a story. It's not an easy thing. It's a challenge in everything, especially when you have your work to be done, and when you have your family somewhere, and when you have new country, new language, new legislation, new everything around you. And that's exactly when the company is the one who can help you literally survive. And that's what we've been doing for Ukrainian team, specifically because of the war happening now. That's where we provide special support. But the whole story started well before that. And who are our people? If we move on, we may see that our expertise is well known in several areas. And that's specifically the biggest one belongs to banking and capital markets. That's where experts from our company, they have not only IT knowledge, not only technology, but also so-called domain knowledge. They really help banks, banking system, capital markets organizations to become stronger. And that requires really very high and precise expertise and many years of experience. That's the biggest part of our organization. And if we talk about Poland, again, that's very typical for our Polish team to be working for banking and capital markets. At the same time, we have two quite equal in size and fast growing other areas. One of them is automotive. That's where we are really happy to say that any car maker in the world, almost any car maker in the world, just Tesla is not there yet, has something from Luxoft, literally. So we do navigation, we do engineering, we do design, we do music, we do under the hood, we do autonomous drive, we do all the things which don't exist yet. So we participate in creating the future. So our guys can see the cars which literally don't exist yet, and they not just look at them, they co-create them. And that's, again, another group of experts with domain knowledge, with very specific expertise, and we really help them grow very fast. And whatever is not banking and capital markets and is not automotive falls into our third area, which is cross-industry solutions. That's where we work with telecommunications, logistics, retail, aviation, anything you may think of. Gas and oil industry, big clients like that, they fall into the third basket. That's where our specialists have a combination of skills, knowledge, and combination of domain knowledge. And that's where this unique expertise keeps growing. And that's where we as the company are interested in keeping people as long as possible inside the organization, but not locking them inside one project with one client. That's where we help them rotate and change places. And again, that's where relocation may be an answer. And how we manage to do that? Well, actually, there are some classic corporate culture things there, and we have very bright and memorable values. Of course, we cannot be good partners for our clients if we don't experience what is called excellence. So we give it to our clients and we do it for our people, because otherwise it's very difficult to deliver on that. Commitments, again, that's the key for our business model, key for us, and that's what happens inside the organization. So it's enough to say that, yep, that's happening, and your word is more than enough. That's how much we trust each other, and that's how much the atmosphere is full of trust and reliability on each other. And again, that helps. Creativity, we are all out-of-box thinkers. Otherwise, it's not possible to grow like that. It's not possible to open 8 new countries in just one calendar year, like 2022, while still managing the war things, the consequences, and rebalancing the business. That's what we did. And without being creative, it's not possible just to put normal way of working, like boring plans or boring project plans, into action. So we do that in every aspect. And of course, we are very diverse. We have so many nationalities, and Natalia will mention how many nationalities are presented in Luxoft Poland today, but we are talking not about 10 or even 20. We are talking about really many nationalities. And without respect, this just wouldn't work. And that's the special kind of focus from our top management, from leadership, from our team members, that whatever happens must be done with respect. Again, any company, any business may experience up and down, but even in difficult situations, like down situations, downsizing, downscaling, you may do that with respect. Again, we oblige that law. And agility, that's very typical of technical people to speak of agility and to have certification there, and we have a lot of that. At the same time, it's the philosophy. And we share that, and we try to be as agile as possible in order our internal clients feel happy and have many reasons to stay with the company. But the main reason is obviously my favorite, my personal favorite is fun. I've been here for 6 years. And I will tell you, not a single time was I bored or felt like depressed, just because the company is really good at making you smile for different reasons. We have amazing colleagues, we have a number of events, we have a number of presents, gifts, branded shop, anything, which make you feel better. And with that thing, with that fun, we really move on fast. And if we can move on fast, we may say that fun is the glue. So Natalia, over to you.
Thank you, Natalia. Thank you very much for the introduction of our company. I think this is really important that our global print is known and it's supporting us for this global mobility. So I would like to start with introduction of Luxoft Poland before I will introduce to you the One Team project. I think that you know, all starts with the question why, right? Why we are doing the things, and why for Luxoft Poland we have invented this one team project. The answer is really simple. The company was establishing, I mean, Luxoft Poland around 12, 13 years ago. So it's a long story already. But at the same time, from the very beginning, the company wanted to benefit from the global footprint we have, right? So taking it to the consideration, and another aspect, which is IT branch, IT market, which is still and was in the past hot. Right now, I would even say that in some countries still overheated. We wanted to extend our possibility to hiring, to build our company, not only based on the local people, but we wanted to bring knowledge, practice from the people around the globe. So that's why from the very beginning, we were very open for making relocation of people who are coming to Poland. So it was business reason, of course, right? Why we started to do it, and we are really successful in it. And what is important that with the success, or behind the success, of course, staying people, right? So I will tell you in a minute who did it and how this one team project is built. But before I will move forward, a few words about Luxoft Poland right now. So right now we are 2,400 people, and important thing from title of this webinar is that we are hiring people from more than 50 nationalities. 50 nationalities. People are coming from a different part of the world. We have people from all the continents here. Maybe not all, but majority of continents. So you can find here people from Ukraine, but you can find people from Brazil, right? At the same time. So if I think about the people from Ukraine, we are very similar when it comes to the culture. We are very similar when it comes to the language. Of course, there are some differences, but still, it's much more easier to understand each other. But if you think about someone who is coming from Brazil, it's a totally different story, right? So, so based on this kind of experience, we started to thinking that we need to support people, people with their experience. Relocation experience and adaptation in Poland. So as of now, half of our headcount, it's around 1,000 people are coming from abroad. Yes, 52 nationalities, more than 1,000 people. You can imagine the scale, right, and the complexity of this topic. So this is challenge, right? This is challenge, how to bring people to Poland, how to make them happy, how to make them efficient, and how to, at the same time, support business with the normal business as usual processes. So it was answer on the question why. Now I would like to tell about for who, why, what and how we are doing those things related to one team project. So when I'm thinking about the person who wants to change the job and would like to change the country, for example, what kind of challenges the person has, right? I think that the first point is that the person has a courage, right, to change the location. Sometimes this is a situation which unfortunately force people to change their location, right? So people who are coming from a different countries, they would like to have a smooth relocation process, smooth paperwork in the immigration office. They would like to know the culture. They would like to understand the culture. They would like to know the language or few words in the local language, just to feel more familiarized with the country. And at the same time, they would like to feel as a part of community. Yes, they would like to feel to be welcome. They would like to feel that they belong to the community of the people here. So based on it, we decided that we will ask our people who are relocated, what are their needs? Yes, how we can shape the project for them. So all has started in 2015. That was the really high peak in our hiring to Luxoft Poland. And we started asking questions for those who were relocated, how we can support you. So we started to create a relocation team who is helping with the travel, who is helping with immigration aspects in the immigration office. Yes, so this is one thing. At the same time, we needed to create processes which supporting all this relocation activities. So if the person is coming alone, I would say that this is more or less simple case, right? But if we think that someone is coming with the family members, with the spouses, wives, kids, it started to be more complicated, right? So they need to think about the school, about the work for the spouse, if this is something what they would like to do. So there is a huge checklist to do, things to do. And you can have a very big headache, right? If you think about it. So we wanted to make people much more like happier because of lower headache when it comes to all these activities. So while questioning those people, we wanted to create something which is really simple, which is light, right? So what is really something what you can simply understand? What are the pillars? How we can support you? So based on it, we have created a one team project, which has 3 main pillars. The pillars are adaptation program, family community, and initiatives for our employees. And I would say this adaptation program, this is the biggest, right? The biggest one. As you can see, I will not, of course, read all the things, but there is a lot of points. There is a lot of activities which are supporting our people. And behind of all these dots are people, right? Are processes, people, budgets. Even if I think about the budgets, right? This is not, for example, Polish language classes. Yes, we are paying for the Polish language classes for our employees. So they have it for free. Even today, there was a communication that if you would like to join Polish language classes for the beginners, because we have few levels, you can sign up. There is 100 places free. So please join us. And it sounds very simple, right? But if you think about the organization of those lessons, about the budget, this is this is not a simple thing. You need to understand that this is not given. We need to convince our stakeholders, budget holders, right, that this is something what is important. So I think this is very good point to remember, that we need to have a really good business case behind to create this kind of initiatives. So as you can see, one team body, I will tell you in a minute. This is a community of volunteers who are helping, who are supporting our people who are relocated to be within the culture, within the country. The heart of all these activities, it's constant mood monitoring and evaluation of what we are doing, why we are asking people, why we are checking all the things, because we would like to have sure that everything what we are doing is connected to the needs of the people. Yes, and sometimes we are doing things that we think that from the very beginning, oh, this is very good idea, but after some time we understand that, okay, maybe the effort is too big and the result is not so that it's not so that I don't want to say fancy, but the effort is not balanced the results. So we need to constantly evaluate what we are giving and if this is something what is supporting our people. So questioning is always on the go. Family community. When we think about those people who are coming with the family, it's important to give them some support. As I said before, schools, kindergartens, or for example, helping to find a job on the Polish market for the spouses. Yes, so we are having so-called hire me training for those who would like to find a job, and I will tell you in a minute how we organize it. And of course, initiatives, events. So this is something. These are things that the goal of them is to build this community, to the sense of being here, the sense of being with people people in Poland. So one of this is Luxoft, and let me tell you something more about Luxoft, and I will come back to one team body. So Luxoft, this is very simple concept. This is, not rocket science. We just wanted to make a simple introduction to the cities where people are living. So if you are a newcomer to Wrocław, or you are a newcomer to Warsaw, we are organizing a city trips with high level specialized city guides who are showing our people and their families the city. We are telling about the culture, we are telling about the streets, about the buildings, and about the history. This is one of the aspects. So you can see the city, you don't have to do it by yourself. Of course, for example, in Wrocław, we have a very nice map with drones. Natalia, this is drones, yes? So very small, tiny, I don't remember the word, krasnal. Yes, I don't remember, but I will think about it in the meantime. So there is a lot of draws around the city, and you can go through the city with the map and you can find them, right? But not all of the cities in Poland offering such a very nice way of making introduction of the city. So that's why we have the city guide who is supporting. And one thing, this is being on the city trip, but at the same time, we are building the community. We are building connections. We are building relationships and belonging. Yes, you can see here some feedbacks from our participants. So it works this way, that if you meet someone from the very beginning during this city trip, you are making these relations, and it helps you to move forward. So it was Luxoft, and let me get back to the one team body. One team body. This is not new initiative, but this is initiative which we are still developing, listening our people and their feedback. So one team body. This is a person. I can be one team body. Natalia can be one team body. So this is the person who is living in the city, living in the country, would like to spend some time with people who are coming to the country, to the city, and would like to support with all the activities related to life in the new country. So this is volunteering, right? So people are doing it as volunteers. Of course, we are giving them some loyalty points because we have very nice loyalty program at Luxoft, so they can collect some points. But this is very small. This is very small appreciation from the company and people telling us that this is enough. They are doing really because they can feel it from the deep of their hearts that they would like to support people who are coming. So our goal is to combine, right, people who are relocated with the one team bodies. And how we are doing it? Majority of the pairs are like created after welcome day session. Why? Because during welcome day session, HR team is introducing the activity, and people can request for the one team body via application form. So we have created some special form, and people can ask about the one team body who is supporting, even in such, even in some of the areas. At the same time, we have a pool of one team bodies. We are recruiting them. So, from time to time, we are sending information to entire Poland. Hey, we are looking for one team bodies. We have a bunch of newcomers. Would you like to support them? Yes, and right now we have more than 60 one team bodies who is supporting relocated people. It's a really big number, I would say, of people, and they are constantly and actively helping our newcomers. Moving forward, as I shared before, when it comes to hire me training, so something what we are doing for spouses, for the families, we are organizing special meetings. How to sign in? You need to just send the email or tell your spouses that at Luxoft we are making this kind of training. So if you would like to join, please join. You just need to sign up, and we will contact the person. Of course, with information, with only organizational information. This is totally free. We, of course, not asking people for paying it, but you can imagine that if we engage a lot of people from different departments, this is something what needs coordination. This is something what needs engagement of those people who are coming to this training. What we are doing? Part one is held by recruitment team. So about recruitment process in Poland. How should a CV likes in Poland? How to behave during the meetings? What kind of questions cannot be asked during the interview? Yes, so this kind of tips which can support you with creation of the profile on LinkedIn or to be prepared to this interview. Another aspect, this is aspect related to the relocation. It's called relocation, but in this particular meaning, it means immigration topics, right? So all the papers, blue cards, residence permits, and other documents which is needed to stay safely in the country. And the last is not least, of course, it's held by HR admin team. So it's about basic rules of Polish labor code. So 4 hours, 3 teams, usually 15 to 20 participants each quarter. And this is something what we are doing in the recurrency 1 time per 1 quarter. Yes, and another stuff is QA sessions we have for relocated and their spouses. So we have special additional webinar for people who are coming from abroad on monthly basis. So after the relocation, after you have accommodation and you are more or less fine with these basic aspects, you started to think about other stuff, right? So at the first point, it was, I don't know that I don't know. Now I know that I don't know, right? So that's why we are having this QA sessions, additional sessions, if people would like to raise the questions. Of course, they can raise always, because we have special services, they have HR business partners. but this is a special time that people can meet each other as well. So this is one of the part of building the community. And the last question is who is doing it, right? Who is doing it? And in our case, HR is coordinating all of these activities. HR was the department who has invented One Team project 8 years back, and we are coordinating it, and it works, right? So I think it's important to find the special people, special department, which is responsible for this activity. And we have created very simple and I would say light, nice program for our people, relocated people. And we wanted to check if this is something what we can just copy paste to another location. And we started to looking for the location which has more or less similar structure of the people. So we asked German colleagues from Luxoft Germany, maybe you would like to try, maybe you would like to take something from us. And it was a pilot of our One Team project invented in Poland. And at the end, it was very simple. It was very simple implementation. Of course, there are some differences because even if something works in Poland, it may not work in Germany. So they are still under development. As I shared, this is a process, right? We need to ask, we need to evaluate, we need to change. So in Germany, it works very good. We have created a very good community of One Team buddies and activities around language classes or Hire Me trainings. And suddenly the war has come, right? Suddenly it was something what is really even hard to tell. But having this in mind, as Natalia mentioned, we have opened 8 new locations around the globe to support our people from Ukraine who wanted to relocate to another country to find a place to live for this very hard and tough time. And what we did, we copy-paste, right? We copy-paste the very simple project, I would say one team on one pager in the locations, yes. And who is doing it? Of course, HR, but with the support of people, with the support of One Team buddies and other departments who are helping. So how we are managing the global One Team? As you can see, I will not read, but what is important is to have coordinator. In our case, is Magdalena from Poland. Magdalena is our global One Team coordinator, and having monthly meetings with the local One Team coordinators. They're sharing their experiences, their ideas. For example, today, during one of our calls, our colleague from Serbia, she said that we don't want to, we want to have people, of course, as a One Team buddies who are relocated, but we have a lot of people who are from Serbia that they would like to support, right? So, from the very beginning, we wanted to have in One Team buddies people who are, for example, coming from India, and the relocated employee newcomer is from India, and we are making a pairs, yes? But this is like another, variation of the of this approach, yes? So they just can do it, yes? So the flexibility is there. So I think from my side, this is all.
I think it's important to mention that that's the way how Luxoft produces new products internally. When any location has the initiative, they have their pilots, then they successfully roll out the initiative, and they just share with other colleagues, and then it becomes a global thing. It's not that we make an order, everybody must do that. This is not Luxoft way. So this is one of the examples of a product which was born in Poland because of local Polish needs at that point of time, but now it's a network. It's a network of one team coordinators, it's a network of supporters, it's a network of participants, and it's already a huge number of people who touched this project or were touched by this project. So it depends on the role. And I may say again, as a person who is experiencing relocation, this helps. This really makes you feel better and makes you feel that somebody has your back, and you can always have your sometimes stupid questions answered very quickly, and your fears can be taken away, and there's always somebody who is there for you. And it's not always just the bureaucratic part of the whole thing. It's not just papers, it's not just visiting immigration office or anything. It's just like making your life normal again, so back to normal. And that's what we really did through this project. And at the moment we are talking about hundreds, actually thousands of relocated people just within recent events, and that's up to 3,000 people in total. Usually the number is lower, but that was not a standard year. But since we keep growing, again, we keep mastering these type of activities, and we are happy to share. We are not hiding it.
Thank you, Natalia.
Thank you,
Natalia. I think that small, tiny things, I mean, just it's or gnomes or dwarfs, right? So
dwarfs.
Yeah, this is one point.
Thank you very much, Kateryna. I forgot the word, but
yeah, we don't use it very often. It's normal, I think.
And in Wrocław, we have our own word, and it's called laksik. So you can find it very close to our office.
Great. So yeah, I got it. I already have a reason to come and to see the Wrocław.
Yes, I would like to welcome you here. Yeah, happy to welcome you.
Thank you very much. We have a couple of questions, and I think right now it's become more of them. And so first of all, the question from Juliana Perun. What resources did you have to start and manage the program? People, technology, special benefits, etc. So maybe you can share some more details. What kind of resources you
Natalia?
We had 2 HR people. Two HR people who invented this program.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to technology, SurveyMonkey and PowerPoints,
and Confluence, our favorite.
Yes, and Confluence. This is like a shared desk, shared space when we are putting all the docs together, and motivation and engagement, I would say.
Mm-hmm. It's okay. Motivation and engagement. You were talking about some benefits program you have inside that it's going to be not so big, but anyway, maybe something more about this.
Okay, of course. So it was not from the very beginning. Yes. So we with the quantity of one team bodies, we decided that to make some small appreciation, we would like to give them something. They don't know it from the very beginning. Yes, if they sign in, they have information. If you sign now, we will give you this points. So we have a special loyalty program for our people. So with some types of events, you can collect points. You can exchange to some goods, branded goods. I think this.
But that's not why you do this. It's the first thing is you just want to help, and you feel good by helping, and you like share, and then the company appreciates the effort. But it's not compensation in terms of like by hours or overtime payment. Nothing like that.
Nothing like that.
What we've all seen that, especially from the very beginning, and it's continue with right right now as well, the crazy support we get from, especially from Polish people. So for sure, I understand that people started to, especially when the war started, I mean, just with that relocation wave, for sure, I understand that it's people just wanted to help. And after all, you made something. So I get it. Another question from Marina Aksionova. Did you have any issue with your corporate culture after hiring people from a new country? So after people, not hiring, but when people arrived, I think, for your location, and what's going on, especially if you have so many newcomers and so many people from other location, how it influenced your corporate culture, and how did you measure it somehow? For sure, I think you do it. That's why I'm asking. And what exactly you've seen, what's going on with your corporate culture? And second question is from me. For sure, you study the cross-cultural different management and cross-cultural. So what kind of system do you use in Luxoft for this question, for this topic?
Natalia, would you like to take or?
Yeah, I may share my impressions of visiting the big event, team event, like all Polish team event back to, I think, August or September, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So that was after COVID, after long break, after like many months of doing nothing or nothing in person. And that was a very big club, again, nice big place, where people who were coming were all very diverse. And you feel it, you see it, because again, people represent all continents, almost all continents. And they prefer different food. And that's where you look into your food corner or food court and ask yourself, oh, my God, do you have anything vegetarian for our Indian colleagues? Do I have anything like for our Muslim colleagues? Do I have anything like that and like that? And believe me, that was in place. So when we finally got more than 1,000 people together in one premises, you could feel the vibe. They were mixing with each other. They were not grouping. They were interacting all the time. And that event was also based on the diversity awareness, I would say. We had some questionnaires, interactive things, and people were united in that. Some of them were not so good, maybe in Polish yet, so everything was in English, obviously, but Polish colleagues didn't have any problem in switching to English immediately, even if they were speaking Polish to each other. They were switching to English with anyone who looked like didn't understand it quite well. And that was very kind and very supporting. And that's not the thing which happens in day one. So day one, you introduce one person, then 10 people, then 15 people. It happens gradually. But the team in Poland has been like almost 50% of relocated people for years already. So you cannot observe unexpected change in demographics, which will show you rapid change in corporate culture. So, and our culture, again, same values, it's there. So it's inside everything we do. So if anybody feels bad, that person will prefer to leave. And as a company, that's not what we want to happen. So that's the thing.
If I may add, one thing is a part of our diversity and inclusion activities. Yes, we have diversity and inclusion policy with five major principles. So this is a part of our culture, as you said. And our people understand it from the very beginning because we are sharing this information with them. That this is the way.
And again, not to be too self-aware here, we invite external companies to evaluate our corporate culture, and we are quite good in the best place to work, the great place to work, country by country, and Poland. Over to you.
Yes, so we have great place to work a certification as well, but at the same time, we take part in any other certifications related to diversity and inclusion. And for example, we have Diversity in Czech certification award, as one of the company in Poland which has diversity and inclusion activities on a very high level. So we are really putting a lot of attention on it.
And all these things, they happen as the result of people answering questions to external independent consultants. It's not us who may give them something shaped and edited, right? It's the people who ask directly. And we just get the final results. And then we work on our homework with our follow-up activities. But actually, that's what we normally do, because we run a lot of mood monitoring surveys quite regularly, different scale. That's why it's normal for our people to be asked and then to see something happening.
I have a question. In Polish office, you have so many nationalities, and I understand that it's normal for other offices as well, but other offices is so diverse, if to talk about nationality as well, or Polish, it's one of the
most diverse, I may say. In other countries, we may observe 20 to 40 nationalities, but here we have 50 plus.
I got it. Interesting.
Yes, and after war has started in the some of the locations which were mono-nationality, I would say, location. Like, for example, my Bulgaria, I'm responsible for Bulgaria. Majority of people there Bulgarians, right? So right now we have a lot of people who are coming from Ukraine, for example, and of course these are two nationalities, but still, yes, we can support. We know how to do it with our one team. Project in one page. And another thing that I would like to share, and I haven't shared with you, is that if someone is changing the location as an opportunity within the company, we have special internal mobility program, so people can change the location. If you have one standard of the for the support of people like this adaptation, people can feel secure. I know this program, they have it in this country, so I know how it works. So it builds safety, I would say, safety feelings, yes.
For sure, yeah, and it's really important, especially I am as a person who immigrated because of the war. I mean, just I know how it's important really to understand what to expect and who to ask the question and where to find the support and where to find the answers. Great. We have some special questions from Alena Visilkova. She's asking, if employee, the one who came from Ukraine, decide to come back at some moment, is it possible for person to return back to Ukraine right now? No problem?
Just back and you return. I mean, logistically, it's not easy. Again, logistically, it takes time, unfortunately, now with just the train being there. But legally speaking, again, all of them are legalized. If we talk about Poland, in Luxoft Poland now, but if they want to get back, they will stop their contract with Luxoft Poland, and they will reinitiate their contract with Luxoft Ukraine.
Thanks.
Yeah, so all of them are hired on a contract of employment, yes, but of course we can sign agreement, and from legal point of view, it's of course doable.
And we can already see some people coming back. Again, not as many as moved out of Ukraine, but some first started returning even summertime.
I get it. And as I got it, the tax issue is a big issue, especially, I mean, just for any person who is moving to any new country. Do you support tax-related issue for your relocated employees?
Yes, in Poland, tax system is really complicated, and we are paying big taxes, I would say. Yes, so people sometimes ask us for having contract with net amount, not gross, right? Because they would like to have sure that that they will have one level of salary.
What they have. Because it's not so easy.
But this is impossible with our system of taxes and social contributions. But what we are doing, we are working with the external company, one of the biggest consultant company, and we are making webinars for our people about the taxes in Poland, so they can be acquainted with the rules. But when it comes to a settlement, PIT settlement, we are giving support. So we are giving company with the special prices for our employees, and they are paying themselves. So we are giving like overall knowledge. Of course, during these webinars, people can ask some more detailed questions, but if they would like to have support in PIT settlement, we have very good negotiated offer for our people, but they're paying themselves.
Yeah, that's what we do globally, because again, with our number of relocated people and the diversity of challenges they need to overcome on these tax settlement issues, the best way is to provide them with trusted organizations and favorable pricing. And it's up to them to decide, are they to do it themselves? Some of them really do that themselves, or they get a professional consultancy, 1, 2, as many as necessary, and then they are okay, they feel comfortable with their taxes in the new country.
And one more question from Polina Aydin. Polina is asking, you've seen a big amount of people coming from Ukraine, and they're already now spending a lot of time in Poland, and you can observe them and see how they are, just how they are dealing. If there is some changes in people, just in people needs or development, what maybe people, just you can see some difference. People were shocked from the very beginning, but for example, right now they just decided to develop themselves in some new direction, or what kind of changes you can see from people who already in Poland for the long period of time, if there is any?
I think that people are part of our community, of our country, and that's it. I think I can feel that, we are in the same country, we are having the same possibilities here, and everything is for everybody. So
yes, some people may decide again to stay longer, and they buy property, they settle. They feel that they want to spend some part of their life there. Some of them stay for 2-3 years and then move on, either to another country or to the home country. So that's what we observe all the time, and it's not only just for Ukrainians.
Yes, and I would like to mention that people coming from Ukraine, they have very good Polish language. Really, you cannot even feel the difference. Maybe sometimes, yes, but it's very good that we are from the Slavic languages, and we can understand each other. So really, I can feel that language is not an issue at all.
Yeah, it's great. For me, for example, who decided to move to France, it's completely different situation.
I can understand. Oui.
That's all. No, I know 100 words, but yeah, I can say something, but I don't understand anything, so it's perfect. Okay, and as I understand, that kind of programs is really very connected with well-being program as well. If the company is paying so much attention and helping to adopt, and the company is for sure, as I know, the Luxoft is doing a lot for well-being.
That's where we will talk about Lux Good umbrella. So one team is a neighboring program to theirs. So the big umbrella is Lux Good, and one team is under that umbrella, obviously.
And as I know, and that's the question, I think it was raised a lot during the summertime, but for sure, IT companies helped a lot with, and not just IT, international companies as well, helped a lot with, when it was the relocation from Ukraine, the company paid some fixed amount of money to help people to settle down somehow at the new place. And I think it's what happened in Luxoft as well.
Yep, we started making these payments actually literally the third week after the war started, just like we had to regroup to arrange everything, and people started getting cash because that was important at those first crazy weeks for any reason. And then we had special payments for people who moved across the border, because again, that was another challenge. Not everybody could do that. And finally, again, while there, We had special groups, even literally, physically meeting people at the border at night, in the morning, during the day. We had people on duty, just meeting people right after the passport control, and again, just taking them home or to the rented flat or to the hotel. So everything was arranged like that. It's not just about money. So money was important, and we were giving the money away. But people, I mean, our security guys, like ordinary people who worked as security guys, or they brought their friends, they did it themselves. Our engineers, they took their cars, they were using their, again, friends' cars and flats and houses everywhere just to help people move. But then standard policy, again, was in action, because standard policy is you take everything what is needed in the country, you help people legalize, and then again, you go business as usual. But the first thing was obviously addressed with the money.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. So, guys, if you want to ask the question, you have a chance to do it. We still have a couple of, just 10 more minutes. And okay, I have a question from me, Natalia, because you were, just launching this program. What was the most difficult for you with that program? I understand that it was just 2 person. They made a huge amount of job, but for you personally, what was maybe the most complicated things in this program, and maybe the most exciting, something like this?
So I was not the person who was inventing it 8 years ago. It was Anya and Kateryna who were doing it. But when it comes to the challenges, yeah, the question was about the challenge. What is the most difficult, the most difficult thing? I think finding right people. Right? Sometimes you need time. Sometimes you just need to make some drop, and people started opening their eyes that, oh, maybe this is something for me. Yes, so I would like to be volunteer. I would like to take part in this kind of initiative. So I think that making a fire, in the people's souls, it has started from something, right? So for me, I think this is one thing. But if you have very good established and structured program, it is easy to make a copy paste. But who needs to do it? People, right? So that's why it is important to find the right person. We have rotation within the teams. This is not something that that we are forgetting, right? No, people are leaving, are coming. So, like business as usual, I would say, when it comes to onboarding.
Okay, Natalia, maybe you can add something. And you, just you, because Natalia Gorbenko, because you have the bigger picture, because you have another countries, just in focus, and maybe you can say that, okay, in that country, that programs works a little bit different, or in that countries, these things work better than we were expected, or that things didn't work there, for example.
Just today, 2 hours ago, in our regular global HR directors meeting, where I get all my team together every week, we see each other, like literally see each other. And we were talking that, again, in 2 hours, we are going to speak and share one team thing. And you said, wow, it's interesting. If they will ask, you may mention that it's not exactly the way it works in Poland right now for us. What's the difference for the US? She says, well, our people ask to run it differently. What do you mean your people ask to run it differently? Well, they ask to use the format of connects, like monthly connect sessions, where they all get together and just chat. Say, okay, if that works for them, that works for us. Because again, in the US, the territory is huge. They are all very, very dispersed, and they are far, far away from each other. But they need this chat hour, and we are the platform for them to get together. We are good with that. We don't force them to go to the egg hunt or dwarf hunt or anything, because their context is different. Well, here in Italy, that was different. Not so many people previously relocated to Italy and were able to share their Italian adaptation experience. So local guys were quite eager to say, okay, we don't feel all your pains, but we know our country. Let us be there for you, with you, to at least minimize the pain. Okay, that worked. And now Italy is going to be one of the fast-growing locations, again, mainly due to our ability to relocate people. So new hires, not just our existing employees, but new hires are very excited to come here, but they don't know what they don't know. But yay, now we know what they don't know, and we are ready to welcome them really nicely, to compensate all of the challenges of local specialities. So again, we are very open, and you can easily find me on LinkedIn, and I can share experience of any of our 30+ countries. I can connect the dots. I can connect with the right people just in 2 messages. You get it. So 1 message to me, then the second message to the right person there, and then it happens. That's how people build networks.
Yeah, I'm here as well. Yes, I'm on LinkedIn as well. So whenever you have questions about the Poland experiences, just drop me a message.
Natalia, thank you very much that despite of the fact that you are not very healthy, you are with us today, and you presented everything that I think the auditory didn't get, that you are sick. So please.
I did my magic.
This is the magic. Thank you very much, and thank you again. Thank you, our partners, People Force guys. Thank you for technical support and for this opportunity. Because of your help, we were able to meet each other and to share this really, really important case. Thank you again, and be a part of the professional group, whichever you wish, and because really together we are stronger. Okay, see you soon. See you soon at our next meeting.
Thank you, and happy Easter to those who are celebrating it this weekend. Happy Easter to those who are celebrating it next weekend, and happy weekend to those who are not celebrating Easter. We celebrate life, so please take care of yourselves and just be happy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.